Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, and a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth proclaiming this truth. And so, anyhow, it's been well over a week, almost 2 weeks of the car fire, and it's only 41% contained. And of course, Esau is doing what he normally does, giving each other a false hope. All right, I'll tell you some statistics here, and I think you'll crack up at this, but Esau loves to put out that false hope of we will rebuild, we will be stronger. You know, they're doing the same thing like they did with 9/11. Okay, so what has happened since that big 9/11 event? Well, you know that pretty much it's a police state. You know, cameras are installed everywhere watching your every move. Bullshit airport security. Carlin does a whole list on bullshit security, you know, and the fact is, though, is that, you know, they say that they're keeping you safe. Is what's happened since 9/11. But the bigger statistics is about Redding, you know, because, well, what did Barack Obama do when he came back? He talked about economic recovery, right? Because the country had gone bankrupt under Bush. You know, as we know, it just kept going into debt. So what did Barack Obama do when he got elected? He said the economy was recovering. Well, you take a good look at Redding, and the statistics are up. But now, since this year alone, Sears and Kmart are no longer. We've also seen the fall of Radio Shack. Circuit City went out years ago. There's McMahon's Furniture went out years ago. A lot of these places. And so did the economy recover? Did it rebuild? No, because now in Redding, you got at least 30% of the population homeless as an economic destruction. So if it's already broken economically, you take this car fire, and some of the statistics are that 964 homes have been destroyed. You multiply that number by $250,000 per house. Where's that money going to come from when they have not been able to recover economically? They have not seen an economic regrowth since 2005. Okay, this is 2018. And that's just, you know, from the layoffs to the, you know, the homeless situation getting bigger. So no, it's not going to recover. And with that, I figured I'd pull out some scriptures, because Esau loves to give false hope. You know, they'll tell you that God is all love. You know, that, you know, oh, well, we'll be stronger. You know, that seems to be the rhetoric that's going on now. It's like, how can you be stronger when we ain't even recovered from the fucking... And I don't mean we as in I'm an American or whatever, but I mean, pretty much, this area hasn't even recovered from, the Sears and Kmart layoffs, you know, because it's no longer. So I'm going to bring into Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while thy evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when shalt thou say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And let's talk about famine. Well, you know, we could talk about famine of the word. That's coming. You know, it's a grace period that I'm even willing to come out, wear a mask just to do a lesson out here. You know, that's grace, because how many times have we said that when martial law pops off and, you know, this thing really kicks off, that we wouldn't even be out there? Okay. A form of martial law, of course, is evacuations and all that. As you know, that most of this city was evacuated last week. You know, and we've seen, I mean, pretty much you couldn't go anywhere. You had to pretty much stay indoors. And that was just right after I had already done a lesson. So anyways, listen to this. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. So what does that mean? That means that we will not be heard anymore, because it'll be silent. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So again, you know, this song, you know, we've been singing, you know, telling our people to come back into the truth, eventually will not be sung anymore, because that by that time, of course, the elect have been sealed, so there won't be any need anymore, because they are already sealed. But we're just coming back to law, statutes, and commandments now, which is, this is thy mercies, you know, to be able to come back into this. And only the elect can receive this. Also, they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree and shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at cistern. Then shall dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. So pretty much everything's going to die. You will die. And that's why we don't teach about there being an eternal hell and punishment and all that, because we know that you come back to the Father, and that pretty much your spirit returns to Yahweh who gave it, and that's about it. But you don't want to die in this second death. Many people are being reserved for that last final hour. You want to be in the mercy of them getting on them chariots and getting out of here. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed, and sought out and set in order many proverbs. And that's what we're trying to do here. That's why we're diligent in this thing. Last year was a year of death, diligence, and destruction. And we've seen much of it. And then this year being the year of prophecy, we're going to push prophecy as we're seeing it unfold. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that was written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd, and it starts with Apostle Tahar on down to the apostles and down to the men of the Lord, which is Great Millstone teaching, and anybody else, is learning through Great Millstone and eventually will come to Great Millstone. That's how I found this. And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole number. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. And we're telling people it's time to repent and come back. And only the elect are going to do that. The rest are just not even going to heed the warnings. They're going to think that God is all love and that, or they'll just think that, okay, by the time I get close to dying, I'll just say a quick Hail Mary, and that'll be the end of it, because they've believed Esau's lies. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment, which every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So, that term Illuminati is out there, and that was a secret society. But now everybody knows who the Illuminati is. They have to do Taco Bell commercials saying, yeah, we're the Illuminati, You got another wrestler out there saying, yeah, we are the 1%, because we know the 1% is really talking about the elite of Esau, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and, every secret is now out there. There really isn't any more secrets. Everybody knows that Amerika, Babylon the Great, supports the terrorists, and that the war on ISIS, the war on terrorism was a hoax, that pretty much they're creating the terrorists of the world, and that he is the domestic terrorist. Everybody knows that now. It's no secret anymore. Everything has been exposed for what it is, and people see him for the devil that he is finally. There's no getting around this. So, with all that, we just tell our people, time and time again, repent and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments that you were given. For this is the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakal that the only way to ever come back is to repent and to go out there and teach, of course, which is what we're doing. So, hope this has been edifying like everything else. Proclaim this truth while you still can. There isn't much time left as we see more prophecies as Esau is getting ready to make his war against Persia as the rhetoric continues to build up, just like it has been with North Korea. Shalom.